riding the 21 is going to be in quite a bit of snow. Not sure how much will actually be rideable today out here, but gonna give it a shot. Definitely a second and third gear kind of day. Oh, making it. Back down might be kind of cool. Oh, could not see what was going on under there. Such an easy line without snow. Challenging with the white stuff though. Should have filmed the first ride on this one. I had a nice slide. Oh, slid again, but caught the skid plate too. Sometimes it's easier to turn on just the back wheel. Okay, it feels like 5 and 7 is a little too much. Hard to tell when the tires are so cold and you're not even touching the rocks right away, but less will do today. It has started to snow, a little bit of ice it feels like mixed in, so that means it's time to step it up a little bit. A little harder line. Oh, rail slide line. There we go. I guess I'll take the skid plate this time and ride this pillow line down. No skid plate this time. Yep. There we go. I haven't ridden in the snow in quite a while. Definitely not this much either. It's really hard. Now how about up this line? Yeah, that looks really sketchy. But, see what happens. Oh my gosh, spinning the whole way up, but maintaining forward momentum barely. Yikes. Now for something a whole lot tighter. Probably, oh man, wow. Yeah, it's kind of like riding through a creek and you can't see the rocks underneath. Oh, just totally kind of guessing hopping around in this. Yeah, it doesn't look possible, but I was thinking going up that from here. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, it's pretty slick. Pretty slick. It felt like a maybe. Okay, I spun quite a bit on that slab before the log, so try to get a little more power earlier. Coast over that slippery slab. Smooth power up at the top. Oh, it's over here. Nice. Guess I listened to myself there. Had to click third on the runway for that one. Second was spinning a lot, not going anywhere. The snow ice mix is coming down pretty good right now, so might as well get some bigger stuff in while I maybe still can. This tube is not actually that big, but if I spin a lot it'll be hard. Not that hard. Now this one, very questionable. Quite a bit bigger. Should be quite a bit harder. I think I'll just go to third right away. Okay, just feeling it out a little. It's so hard to know what you're going to get out of the snow. Definitely softer and slower than I would typically hit it in normal conditions, but you got to adapt. Third gear does feel higher. I can definitely tell there was a gearing change. The best part about riding in the snow is when you get thirsty, you don't need to bring water because you got it right here. as long as it's not yellow or brown or any color but white. As long as I get some speed on this one to pop off that one, tire tap that one, should be relatively easy and look pretty cool with the snow. Here's another short technical one. Rocky corner here. Probably can't even see the rocks. Then set up right here. The off-camber turn into that ledge on top. I see no way that this is going to work, but there's only one way to find out. Actually feels like it could work. My bike wasn't quite cleaned out because I haven't revved it yet. Hey, I'm up. Skid plate, but you know, it is snow and everything. And got a half ice peg. There we go. Just clean up real good. No ice, no skid plate. Got a little hole right before it too because I was stuffing it before the snow and got a little rut going. That rut is not helping me out for this one. Almost. There it is. Pretty surprised that works right now. Well, I hate to end it on the same rock that I ended the last riding video on, but I feel like it's a pretty good one in the snow, and I'm gonna keep riding, but it's snowing quite a bit, so I'm gonna shut the filming down for now. I'm not even sure if you'll be able to see what's going on in these clips, so we'll see. Maybe I'll do some more if it turns out cool, but it might look just like snow everywhere and no rock. But for now, back to the garage to show you what I did to the bike. Well, I think I forgot how difficult it is to ride in the snow, at least that much anyway. There's about 6 inches in most places. It has compacted it down a little bit in some areas because of the rain mixed in, making some layers of ice, which makes it very slippery, very difficult. Just turning on the flat ground, the front tire wants to push and it's really hard to hold your line, really hard to go where you want to go, and the rear tire just wants to spin because there's no traction. But it's great practice, so I'm sure I'll be doing plenty more of it over the winter. As far as the bike goes, I haven't done a whole lot to it. Starting up top here, I have the S3 handlebars, grips, and bar ends. I like the asymmetrical grips because they're a little bit thicker than stock, and the clutch side is a little bit wider, so you can move your hand side to side if you want to, and the number 5 bar end keeps the throttle tube nice and clean when you crash. I also have the factory 1 throttle cover and bearing to make it just a bit smoother to pull, and the S3 adjusters here on the levers, as well as the carb, just makes it nice and quick, nice and easy if you want to make some fine-tuned adjustments, so love having those on there. Other than that, I'm testing a tubeless front tire setup. I couldn't get a great feel of it being so cold. It could be flat and it would still be sliding all over the place, so hopefully get a better feel for that when it warms up. And then probably the biggest change I've made is in the clutch. I just went to some different thicknesses of washers that actually make it a little bit stiffer and a little bit quicker. But for most people, the stock setup is going to be better because it's easier to pull in and it's easier to slip. But for me, I really want that quick pop for those third gear undercut splatters, so that gives me the best feel. I do have a few things to do to it yet. First of all, I'm going to put some stickers on it, but then I'm also going to add some trick bits protection on the fork legs to protect those from getting all scratched up. Then I'm going to go to a solid rear sprocket just for the strength peace of mind. I'm also going to drop the main jet from 125 down to a 122 because it revs a little bit quicker, higher, and cleaner at this elevation. I figured I'd leave the stock 125 in for break-in, but now it's ready to be wide open, so I'm going to swap that out. Other than that, I think that's pretty much it. It's about all I've ever done to my practice bikes, and they work really well, so there's not a lot of reason to do a whole lot else. Just a few personal preference things to get dialed in and comfortable on each one. But the craziest part about this bike is that I've now had every model year Sherco since 2001, so that marks 20 years of Sherco for me, and there aren't a lot of people left that can say the same. It's been cool to see the evolution of the bike over the years, and I'm really excited to have this one because it's the best one yet.